Welcome back to Breakfast Central. The new year is not just a change of dates, it's an invitation to dream, to plan, and to prepare your destiny, some would say. Having a roadmap is like having a powerful ally in your corner, guiding you towards success. It's your compass directing you toward your goals and aspirations, providing a sense of purpose and clarity while ensuring that every step you take aligns with your desired destination. Researchers say that people who set clear goals for themselves are 10 times more likely to achieve them, while those without a roadmap risk wandering, missing out on opportunities, and feeling adrift in the sea of possibilities. This morning on Breakfast Central, we'd like to reflect on the importance of having a plan for the new year ahead, and our guest is performance strategist Abiola Salami. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, happy new year, great to be here.
You're very pumped and very excited. We could borrow a little of your excitement and share around the nation because there's not been a lot of excitement. And I mean, for obvious reasons, regardless of the challenges that we're dealing with, last year was a very tough year. So there are people who are already coming into the new year saying, all the things I set out to achieve last year, I didn't even achieve it. So there's no point in making a plan for 2024. So how important, is it really important to have a plan for 2024, or should people just revisit their plans for 2023?
So, great question, and it's good to be here once again. The conversation around how to make the best out of the new year, it's always about beginning with a plan. While you had some plans, I'm careful to call it goals, so I will say plans. While you might have some plans that didn't work out in 2023, it's easy to blame it on external factors. It's easy to blame it on the economy. It's easy to blame it on the political landscape. But if we check carefully, there are perhaps some things that we could have done better that did not allow us to achieve those plans. First is, at times, we don't really set goals. We can have wishes, we can have hopes, we can have prayers, but we don't really set goals. Well, what is a goal? A goal is something that you want to achieve, that you describe in a simple way that you can understand it, and whoever the collaborators, the people that can work with you on achieving it, because you can't achieve greatness alone, the people that can work with you can understand it. So it is that simple. I mean, we all know that smart thing that we throw around, simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, and we throw it around, but we don't necessarily always pay attention to really looking at it that, okay, in 2023, for example, I want to achieve X by what time exactly? And doing what exactly? Who do I need to work with to help me to achieve it? What do I need to learn more to help me to achieve it? And so if we check well, there are certain things we could have done better to help us to achieve those goals. Now, we're not in any way saying that the economic realities don't have their impact. We're not in any way saying that the political landscape doesn't have its impact. But when we set goals and we plan, it's easier for us to navigate the miles, it's easier to navigate, those dangerous corners, the curveballs, that other things happening in the society can throw to us.
Is there also any sense in assessing your goals, and then saying to yourself that, okay, this is what I had imagined, but I'm going to have to, maybe paint the picture different, and redirect myself in the new year, because this might be either more achievable or, would benefit me more. Is there any sense in that?
No, great question. So there's a place of flexibility. The fact that I've set out not in January, in November, I always plan my new year in November. So the fact that I planned in November of the previous year that this is what I want to achieve in the new year, I still want to be attuned with the times and the things that are going on and continue to tweak and tweak. And I cited an example for you last year. One of the new things we did in our organization, CHAMP, was an international leadership boot camp. Our goal was to hold it somewhere in Lagos, Nigeria. We continue to engage the market, we continue to have conversations, and then that led us to hosting it in East Africa, finally. So what was our goal? To engage senior leaders at a boot camp, a 4-day boot camp. And while that is our goal, based on the realities of the market and what the people we were serving really wanted, we tweaked it and ensured that we still deliver greatness. So there's the place of flexibility.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk us a little bit about failure. And why that maybe is also important, in the journey ahead. And, in what ways should failure motivate or demotivate you?
So while none of us want to fail, we all want to make sure that even with our least effort, we are getting the best results. But failure is a reality.
Yeah.
And when it happens, it means that you set out, you thought you would achieve something, but you did not achieve it. It might feel as if you've wasted time, you've wasted energy, you've wasted some money, but what to look at is, are there lessons, in this? What are the lessons? And many times, because we concentrate more on the feeling of failure, on the feeling of rejection, on how people will perceive us because what we had said we would deliver, we couldn't deliver it, then we miss out on the lessons that we can learn, from failure. So when I fail at something, I'm asking myself, what could I have done better? What did I miss out? Who could I have spoken to? What should I have learned that I did not learn? And with that, you don't take failure. Failure should never go to waste. Anytime we fail, we want to maximize the opportunity in failure to see what did I learn, what can I do better next time. And failure should not cripple us from moving ahead. Failure should not stop us from trying again. Failure should rather motivate us to tweak and tweak till we get it right.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the factors that can ensure that we're not able to achieve some of these goals that we've set. The number of us, and how far should we dream? I know there's a SMART model, right, which you've made reference to, but how far should we dream? There's the element of those who will tell you that, oh, you should have dreams that are bigger than you, and then there are those who tell you that this dream is too big. It's far from achievable. So it's a two-in-one question. Factors that could impede one from achieving one's goal for 2024, and how big? Is there a limit to how big one should dream?
Okay, so we can take the question together. The first thing that comes to mind is unrealistic expectations. So just imagine somebody in January of 2024 saying that I want to become a surgeon by December 2024. And then this person didn't even study anything medical sciences. It's unrealistic because based on the curriculum and what is said, you need to be you need to be in a school learning for some 5 or 6 years, depending on what part of the world that you are in. So unrealistic expectation is one of those things. And are we now saying that the person should not dream big? No. We're saying that dream big in the context of the realities. And perhaps, maybe there's some intervention now that you don't need to spend 6 years or 7 years in school, to become a surgeon, and then you want to seek that out. If there is, then look for it. If there is none, then you commit to the process that will equip you to be that surgeon that you want to be. So there is no limit to how far we can dream. There's just a limit to how far we can implement. And that implementation is based on our skills and our commitment to personal development. You see, the biggest thing about goals is not even the achievement of those goals. The biggest thing about goals is who you become based on what you are pursuing. The kind of person that you become, the way you are pursuing that goal. And I'm not saying that becoming wealthy, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not necessarily talking about becoming famous, but I'm talking about the discipline of delivering on the goals. You and I know that there are people that when they got into a new year, they said, this year, I will spend every week at the gym. And then they probably started the first week and the second week and the third week, somebody smiling in the studio. I hope it's not a case of being guilty.
Just to put it out there, because as you're saying, my producer is shouting shots fired, which I don't know who you are firing the gym shots to, but I've been swimming at least 2-3 times every week.
Great.
So shame on the bad people who think that I won't work out.
That's why you get a gift. You're getting
Thank
a gift.
you.
You're getting
Thank
a
you
gift
very
from
much.
me right now.
Thank you.
So it's about that discipline. The biggest thing is not about achieving the goal. It's about that discipline. Last year, I had a couple of goals, that I had set, and it's about delivering on some experiences, some events. We had a Peak Performing Woman of the Year. We had the Peak Performer recognition. In delivering all of this, we delivered excellence. But it's not just about delivering on those goals. It's about who we became, myself and my team, the things that we learned, how we grew from 1 to 10. So that's the biggest thing about goals. So the things that impede people from pursuing goals, 1, unrealistic expectations, 2, indiscipline and commitment to achieving that.
So
goal.
I'm glad that you've mentioned that indiscipline part, because I realize that the biggest challenge a number of us face is discipline, but not just, it's self-discipline. So how do people get to the point where they've achieved the mastered self-discipline? And what is the role of maybe like life coaches and, people within that space in helping to hold people accountable?
None of us is smart. Every one of us, we are smart as the influences we subject ourselves to. Now, whether you are conscious of the influences you are subjecting yourself to or not, you are being influenced, which is why it is important to look for platforms that can influence you and help you to achieve this goal, that can help you to become disciplined. which is why it's important to have executive coach, to have a life coach, which is why it's important when you hear that there is a seminar, to learn, to grow on something, which is why you want to invest in it. There are free seminars, but I won't even go to free seminars because I know that I'm not getting, there's no way you get the very best of the chunk that you really need. Of course, I might give you some freebies to go away with, but if you are really committed, and the word is commitment, not interest, but if you are really committed to growth, you will seek out a life coach. You seek out events, seminars that can help you to become disciplined. You will seek out not just to buy books, not just to read them, but to apply the books when you read them. You will listen to shows like this where there are conversations going on. And not just to listen, as you are listening to what I'm saying, you are writing down, you are noting what it is that you want to change, what it is that you want to stop doing, what it is that you want to start doing. Because none of us is smart. Every one of us, we are as smart as the influences we subject ourselves to. And we are being influenced every day. So you want to help yourself by positioning yourself on platforms with people as well that can influence you to help you to gain that discipline. There are some of us while we were in school, we were not that serious students, but we had some friends who were always studying. And because that's the kind of company we kept as at that time, it helped us to move from unserious students, to A students. So it's important that we surround ourselves with the right platforms.
Yeah. You have an event coming up in a couple of days. So share a little bit about that, and then also talk about taking your steps and stages, little bits here and there, saying, okay, I want to, have this done by March. I want to have this done, by the end of, the first quarter and on all of that, and how that helps, build, goals for a person.
Fantastic. So about the event, I will call it Rock 2024 like a champion. What does it mean to rock 2024 like a champion? Is to ensure that the new year, your results in the new year is far better than your results for the previous year. It is mediocrity if what you are delivering in 2024 is the same thing you deliver in 2023. And so we've put this together to equip people with the right knowledge, skills, attitude, and give them a roadmap that will help them in their careers, in their businesses alike. And speaking to baby steps, there are times that the goal that you've set is so big that it excites you, but the excitement alone is not enough. It is important that you can break them down into little steps that you can take. So for example, let me go back to that medical, I don't know why that medical thing is what's coming up this morning. Let me go back to that medical example. So you want to achieve something by December, you want to earn this particular certificate by December. What are the things you need to start to do now? Do you want to study for 2 hours a week, every week? And do you want to scale that so that maybe by second quarter, you increase it to 4 hours a week? Such that by the time you are writing the exam, you are home and dry. Whatever goal that it is a financial goal that you're saying that by the end of the year, you want to have a billion naira. I like the sound of a billion. That you want to have a big, think big. That you want to have a billion naira, but also be realistic. So that you want to have a billion naira at the end of December. We're not waiting till December to clock that billion. So you want to pace it. You want to pace it. You want to pace yourself. You want to face it and say that, okay, I want to do this in 12 months. 1 billion divided by 12. What can I deliver in January? And what can I deliver in February? If I don't deliver January, should I increase my run rate for February? And then for March, for April, till the end of the year? So no matter how big it is, what I say is that how do you eat an elephant? It's in piecemeals. So no matter how big it is, what is it that you want to start doing today? Back to that gym example, right? Say you want to have summer body by summer. You want to go somewhere. I don't know if I'm still firing shots, but but what you want to do is to say, okay, 1 hour, 2 hours, if it's every day, if you have that luxury, or if it's every week, and you do it. And that baby steps, it said that little drops makes an ocean. That baby steps helps you, to achieve your goal.
Okay, so rock
2024
like a champion. How can people be a part of it? Where is it happening? Are you streaming live on social media? What are the details we need to know about it?
Okay, fantastic. So it's a hybrid session. So people will be live in class, and then people can join via Zoom. And for anybody that's interested in that, the website is www.abiolachamp.com. You can send a mail there's a lady waiting on the other side. Her name is Priska. hello@abiolachamp.com. and she'll be more than willing to attend to you. It's happening on the island on the 20th of January. That's this Saturday.
Oh, wow.
And you can follow me at Abiola Champ on all social media platforms. Send a DM and hey, just tell me that you watch this on News Central, and who knows, you may get a discount.
All right. Abiola Champ, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
We
you.
hope that we can have you in January 2025, and then when we reflect, we realize that we rocked 2024 like a champion.
Wait, just before you go, does it mean that no matter how much of the 6:30 morning prayers that I do, if I don't set proper goals, I wouldn't achieve anything?
You see,
These shots that you're firing.
Now, I just want people to, so we're talking about be realistic now,
Yeah.
okay? So if I wake up every morning 6:30 and I join the online morning prayers, right? And I do I don't want to call the name, all right? Every morning. And I'm fasting, they say 21 days, I'm doing 42 days. I'm fasting 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. even. Will I still be, make that 100 million this year?
so you see, there's the place of prayer.
Yeah.
There's the place of positive confessions, but there's also the place of work.
Well,
There's the place of diligence, and what we found is that a lot of people, are consumers of hope, anything about hope. But it's not just about hope, it's about discipline and ensuring that we work. So that's the response to that.
Okay,
all
that's
right.
what it comes
Abiola Champ, thank you very much for
You're
that.
welcome.
And Osaroghie, thank you for highlighting a very important point.
Oh, it is.
Well, we will go on the break. When we come back from the break, there's more to talk about this morning on Breakfast Central. Stay with us.